Hello, everybody. Good morning. We are having some challenges with copyright, so we can't play music. You can only play music that they give you. So now, I have to put up the picture and then play the music and know when to stop it and all that. But hey, welcome to Auntie Yaa'S Book Corner. This is Yaa'Foda Tobra, your very own ornithologist and queen of Own It. My co-host, Russell, I'm not sure that she's able to be here today, so I'll carry on. Oh, good morning, Sister Sika. How are you? Welcome to the program. So today we're continuing with our discussion on the diaspora. Last week we had a conversation because of some of the things that are going on in our community, and we said a lot. It's interesting. I'm going to just make a little commentary before I go and share and then come back. I have a newsletter that comes out in my community. I'm sure it was lying around. I didn't see it. I saw it after the program. So I said, if I had looked at it before, I would have mentioned this. We were talking about all kinds of resources that are available in the diaspora that people can access. And so this is the Northeast Voice. It's for my community leagues like Evansdale, Kilkenny, and MacLeod. And there's something here. It says it's through the library. We have a mall here, Londonderry Mall. So there's a library in there, Edmonton Public Library. And then there's something called a settlement practitioner. So it says Mondays 8:30 to 5:30. They offer settlement services to help you with common questions about moving to Canada and settling into a new home. So this is what I mean, that if you've come from one country to another place, there's always some services that are available. You only need to know where to go. And then the other thing that I saw was it's called Lace Conversation Circle. Drop in and join others who also want to practice their English. So you see us, it's only we, the Ghanaians, who feel, and it's our own fault because we laugh at people who are not speaking the language properly. So we have this shame thing, some shame aspect within us that stops us from reaching out to go and learn because we think, oh, I'm too big, I'm too old. But nothing is, you're never too old to do any kind of learning. The other thing too that I saw was, and there's computer skills classes. So, it's for those who are new to computers, including English language learners and seniors. So they do a different topic every day. As well to there's book club. So this is just going to show that there's all kinds of resources out there. And this is through the library and it is free. So I'm not sure how we can, at least I think of it that way, you transplant yourself to a different place and then you don't try to integrate into the community or to, try to, what do you call it? Educate yourself on what goes on in the community and come up to speed and be versatile. You see, like I always say, it's not just about us. If you have children, you have to be worrying about their future and how life is going to be for them. So it's important that, oh no, I'm having problems here. I can't even. Okay, I'll try this again. I'm trying to share, but it's being extremely. You know what? Maybe I'll probably just have to do the program and share after. It's just not showing up for me to even do the sharing. It's just awkward, the stuff that is going on. You used to be able to play music and all that, but now it's like, okay, all right, let's give it another try. So I've told you I'm not somebody who can, what do you call it? Even multitasking. I was listening to something and they said multitasking is the worst thing that you could ever do. You don't accomplish much and yet you think you are being productive. So I thought, oh, okay, that explains a whole lot. So I'll just share and then talk after. Hmm. Oh, I don't think I got everybody. Give me a quick sec. And then I have to go to my wall. Hmm. All right. I just have to copy the link because it never allows me to. Hang on. Okay. So I got everybody that I had to get. Let's see. Hello, Sister Ajua. Welcome, 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 oh, Akwaba. This is what we are talking about today. So we're continuing our discussion on diaspora living because last week we said a whole lot. And so I thought we should continue because we were focused on even talking about the resources and the availability of things here that we can use to make ourselves better. And I was reading something that I found in our local, what do you call it, bulletin that comes out. So, diaspora living, today's main topic is investing in yourself. I have it as a question. Investing in yourself? What do we mean when we talk about investing in yourself? Based on what I just even talked about, there was stuff for learning English, computer skills, all kinds of things. Even sometimes you can take your kids. If you're a new mother, like say, sometimes they have playrooms or things for kids up to age 3, things like that. So you have to just educate yourself on where things are. Like for myself, if something is going on, I know that, oh, if I go to this website, I'll find it there. Let's say you want to register a business. Where do you go? You have to go to your provincial website and look for the appropriate department. You think it's so simple, but some of us do not even know these basic things. We can't even navigate our way around the computer. We can't, like, people just don't want to learn. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm putting it wrong, but that's just how it is. We're not very vested in bettering ourselves, yet the resources are available. And I remember telling Sister Jodo about two 15-year-olds, one in Calgary. Calgary is a city that's 3 hours away from where I live, and then another in the Ukraine. Different aspects, of technology that they were good at, and they created inventions. And then you have adults like us sitting on social media insulting each other, airing dirty linen in public, like. And then I ask myself, what happened to us? So today we're talking about investing in yourself in the diaspora. The question is, where do you start? Where do you start? You have to be willing to make that change. We come from an environment where, yes, we were taught some good values and some were not so good. So, as I've said so many times on this platform, the decision I made was to take the good values from my background, marry it with the good values from here, and throw both the bad from both places. But I find that our people always seem to think that our ways are better than everybody's. And so we sit in judgment on people, yet we do not stop to take stock and make some changes. We think we are okay. Sister Sika says, because we don't know our purpose. Thank you. You know, listen, my own story that I'm sitting here, I'm not sitting here saying that I have it made and I know everything. I don't. What it is that as you're going through life, at some point, if you are desperate enough, you have some sort of awakening and you ask yourself, what am I doing? What am I here for? Is this all there is to it? What could I be doing? And sometimes circumstances in your life pushes you to make those changes. So when those things are coming and you don't make the change, then it means that you're oblivious and you keep going the same way till kingdom come. And that will be when I say till kingdom come, when your number comes up and you go home, that's it. You haven't done anything with yourself. And meanwhile, maybe you are living some script that is not yours. You were given. Look, we all have scripts. I'm a woman. If you're a woman on this platform and you come from where I come from, you know the script that we're given. Is that all? I decided there was more, so I went after it. And that's what keeps me going. You have to find something to live for. And I get tired of hearing people say that, oh, a woman's, a lot of times on social media, a woman is talking and you hear people make comments like, oh, what are you sitting there, blah, 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 go and get a husband. As if that's the only thing that defines a woman. There are men too who are sitting around who don't know their purpose, they don't live their purpose too. But that script that, oh, you have to be a woman, husband, child, this and that. At a particular age, then they start asking, oh, why are you not married? Why are you not this? Like somebody said, if the old people keep asking you, why are you not married? Why are you not married? You also have to ask them, when are you going to die? When somebody asks you that question, would you be happy? But let's carry on. So investing in yourself, what does it mean? Where do you start? It means that you embrace lifelong learning. We're not talking about sitting in school for 16 years. No. It just means showing an interest. Sister Aso, I was on Mandy's platform and they were talking about books back and forth. And I always get curious. For me, I didn't want to write long explanations, but I said, if I hear of a book and somebody recommends it, I know where to go look for it. So I asked and I went to look for it. So I bought it. It's The Millionaire Next Door. I bought it with one Audible credit, but it's on pdfdrive.net too if you want to download it for free. And then what I do is that I have all these audios. I like to have things. It doesn't mean I'm getting to it right away, but at least I have it. Having it, it's on my phone. Yesterday I listened to it a little bit. And they were talking about this book by Michael Manson. In fact, with that book, it says the subtle art of not giving a F-U-C-K, And so when you start listening to it, you hear all these words and this, and I'm like, ooh. So I put it away. I've had it for a while. But yesterday I went back and I said, okay, barrel through it, listen through it, because if you're going to think, oh, they are swearing, and you're not going to listen, you miss something. So I started listening to it. And yeah, it was interesting. I liked what I was hearing. So I'm going to continue. That is part of lifelong learning. I was telling on Thursday, we had to go into work, for a meeting. And I was telling a colleague of mine, we were talking about books, and she was telling me that I should read Viola Davis's book, Finding Me. And I said, oh yeah, another lady I know had mentioned it on Facebook. And I said, but I have Becoming. I've downloaded it. That's the thing. I like hard copies. So when I go and download books, it's so hard to make the time to read it. I think I read one chapter of Becoming and I haven't gone back, but I need to try. I need to do better. But for me, this is my thing. I grew up reading a lot. So reading, listening to things, I had to psych myself to be able to listen. So now this audio, like I get the Audible credit. So when somebody mentions a book, oh, I'll go and get it. And I have a few that I listen to a bit. Some of it is 8 hours, some of it is 4 hours. But those are the things, let's not make that urban myth or urban legend or whatever it is that you want to hide something from Obibini and put it in a book. We need to, you're not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for you. I am doing it for me. There has to be something inside you, a yearning to try to be different or to make a difference. To think that you are just here for yourself on this earth is a selfish attitude. You are here for a purpose, and some of that purpose is to impact others. There's something inside you that's supposed to bless somebody, but you don't know the half of it. If I sat around moaning in my relationship or my relationships, whether marriage, church, whatever, because our people are such that we are seeing it now. We are not very good at encouraging people being happy when somebody is doing well. Yes. So when there's something in you that you are trying to bring out in some of these spaces, you rub people the wrong way. They become intimidated, they feel intimidated. So if I was a timid person and I continue to sit in some of these places, and I'm talking about the church, I continue to sit in some of these places, I would never have written any books. Because timidity, you think you are supposed to be in a certain place, and it takes you a long time to break out of that mode and say, no, something is got to give. I got to do something differently. Get out. So if you are sitting there, lifelong learning, it's not anything it's not rocket science. Read a book. Maybe you are interested in photography, find out information about it. There's resources online, all kinds of things that you have to do. You have to be open. Listen, when I didn't know the half of marketing or books. When I started, I got a mentor coach and she was helping me, and it opened up all these areas. You have to learn this, you have to learn that. Last week, now I did this book coaching and did, what do you call it? Own it. It was a chance that I took and I had to pay money for it. How many of us are willing to do that? But we will spend money. Today is Saturday, yeah. As I sit here today, I'm going to a grad party, for a young man and, somebody, a good friends of ours. But I'm saying the usual Saturdays, dedications, funerals, you will spend money. Oh, thank you. Hello, Miss Eunice. You'll spend money going to baby dedications, christenings, big clothes, big shoes, big bags. But if you tell somebody to spend $1,500 to go do coaching or to take a class or something, they'll say no. For me, I'm stubborn that way. If I hear something and I want to do it, no matter which way, whatever I have to do it, I will do it. Sister also says, I wasn't a reader at all. I started through a friend a year ago. He suggested these books and bought them for me after getting to know me. Okay, I will elaborate more later. Thank you. It's good. Like there's a lot of knowledge. It's like, I'm thinking, wow. Even yesterday when I was listening to Michael Manson's book, it was saying that negative emotions forces you to take action. So the positive emotions are the results of you taking that positive action. So I'm like, this is something basic that we kind of all should know, right? Because you're sitting there, sometimes you're, what's wrong? What's going on? Inside you, you're not feeling that great. Something is going on, and then it pushes you to make a change. If you are scared to make that change, then you sit there and keep wallowing, and then you see people pushing, going, and then you become, oh, what's wrong with them? What are they doing? Who do they think they are? And that's all negativity. So embracing lifelong learning could be anything. Buy a course. I did a free webinar last week with Webinar Ninja. And mind you, I've gone through their 14-day trial before, but because of these books and the aspects of me trying to set up my coaching business, they've got a lot of information in that program that I can use. And I'm somebody that I'll go and do it, but I know it's there and I'll go to it. They have landing pages, they have this and that. So I have to go in there and go start, because you can do webinars and put it out there and create webinars, whether they be free or you charge for them, that kind of thing. So it's all part of the learning. Afterwards, he said, give feedback. And I said, oh, very good information, but very fast. But I know that I will sit and walk through it myself. And then I buy courses on Udemy, you know? Yeah. So when it comes and it's, some of the costs are 190, 149, but when it comes to the 14.99 and the 12.99, 17.99, then I'll get mine. Am I looking at them? They are there. They are there. Do you ask, do I have time? Right now I work during the day, 8:30 to 4:30. Then maybe I'll take a break and then I'll be doing something. So you are always doing something. But I ask myself, yeah, so retirement is coming. I need time to do what I have to do. And somebody will sit there and say, oh, Namami way, excuse me, those of you who may not understand my language, I'll try to translate. Namami way, if you are where do you, why is not praying now? No, no, we don't do that. So long as you have breath, like this woman at this age, what is she bothering herself about? Listen, my mom, she's 86 now, and that woman is always pushing, doing this, doing this, doing that. Yeah. What excuse do I have? For me, age is not an issue for me. It's we who are trapped by it. So everywhere you go, people want to remind you of your age, or your oh yeah, kola, or you are, no. We have to allow people to be themselves. At this stage of my life, I've decided that nobody is going to put me in a box. You have to make that decision. Don't even wait to get to my stage. Do it now, wherever you are, especially if you're in your 20s, 30s, figure it out and push. So, another thing about investing in yourself, prioritize your mental health. What do we mean by that? Well, you need to know which hill that you're going to die on. It's not everything that you chase after or everything that you let become important to you. We are full of drama, all kinds of things are going on, and people will give you opinions about things that you're doing, about your life, like they are living your life for you. People try to control you. There are a lot of people who are suffering mental torture, torment, because they've spent their whole lives listening to people, because they think other people have to tell them what to do. You ain't going to get me. No, no. For me, like I say that I don't go into a lot of circles these days. Even yesterday, yesterday was, the Ghana Association. They had some picnic somewhere at Jackie Parker, and then I said, later in the day, my daughter said, "Oh, mom, let's go over there." I said, "You know what? It's a potluck. I didn't have it in my plan, so I haven't cooked any food. And yeah, I'm feeling me con auntie how to go and eat somebody's food so people come and talk." I don't go to those big groupings things. If it's a Ghana Association dance and I want to go, I'll decide. But when I go, I'm with people that I'm sitting with. It's not to say that I'm a snob, but I'm just tired of the negativity. People who saw you, see, I did a video, I think, was it on Friday or no, probably Wednesdays, talking about people move forward, allow people to move forward in life, stop coming to remind them of their past. When you see people, these are the vibes that you get. They think they know you, or they've known you from when you came. They saw you. So whatever attitude that they have about you, that's what they want to show you. I'm like, who are you? Do you breathe for me? Listen, this is what I know. I see you. Oh, hello. How are you doing? Blah, blah, blah. We talk maturely. How do you call it? Like there's social niceties to observe, instead of going into public spaces and then people think you owe them something, or they owe you something, or they are better than you and they are trying to decide. I put it, there's some story in this book, Reflections of My Thirsty Soul, somewhere. I forget the caption of that. I said, you get into a public space and somebody is trying to decide whether you are worthy of their time for them to open their mouth to talk to you. You are not God. You know what? Like, let's get off our high horses. So, some of these dynamics that are going on, yes, Sister Joa says most people within our society communities do not have the capacity to think for themselves to even know their purposes. That is why many are always comparing with unnecessary competitions. And we are seeing it. I'm sorry. It's like this business of those two ladies. I never thought I would come and make a comment about it, but I looked, I thought, oh, okay, I'm hearing a lot of talk about it. What is this? And I went to look at both, and I can tell the difference. Yeah, I can tell the difference. I'll leave it right there. But did you have to do that? You're not competing with anybody. I'm not competing with Ajuodo. Ajuodo is not competing with me. Just ask, so like, what is that? What is that? When you see somebody doing something, you got to just be happy for them because they're just trying to show you that they've done it. You can also do it. But with us, we just want to shut people up. No, no. If I'm good at something, I'm going to say that I am. And sometimes even you put post out and you very well know. For me yesterday, my post, I dedicated it to my dad. And I said, own it is the power of legacy because it's because of him that I came to be in this country. And when he was doing what he did, I wasn't thinking about it. I was so naive. I was 18 years old. He renewed my passport. Then he made me go to this Ghana Canada Friendship Association. I'm like, what is this man doing? Oh, you were born in Canada. Go. Go where? Do what? Right? But because of him, the one decision that he made because of me, my children, I have 3 children. Those are his grandchildren. And then there's 3 great-grandchildren. Think about it. So you are sitting here and every Saturday you will go and sew a cloth. Meanwhile, your child will show up. If you are living in the UK, your child will show up to school in tattered school clothes. Your child is not a priority for you. Me right now, I'm quite free because I've done what I have to do. I'm done. My kids are done. Whether they choose to do more schooling or not, it's up to them. But the basics, whatever they finish, that's up to you. You live your life. Those who don't want to be involved in education, they're also living their lives. They're doing what they have to do. Like, hey, we can't carry our children all our lives. We can only prepare them for life. Sister Sika says, very right. They always think they know you. They refuse to accept the change. Thank you. You see, they say that when you make changes, it's the people closest to you, especially even your family members, who will resist that change because they are used to treating you a particular way. So they want you to still continue to live out that script. And you go, no, I'm done with that. I've moved on. You know? It's like right now, I'm supposed to be with Yaa'S Russell. Yaa'S Russell was not able to be here. If I was an insecure person, I'd be, oh, it's not to say that Yaa'S Russell is not important. No, anybody, our people, how we sometimes we take things out of context. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying I'm focusing, the focus is on me that if I did not have the confidence or the skills to come and talk, I'll be panicking. Oh, then there'll be no program. I'll put a notice out and say there's no program today. You need to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. If I'm not here and Yaa'S Russell has to do a program, she'll be able to do it. And she's not here today and I'm doing it. So we have to build confidence in ourselves. If you don't believe in yourself, who is going to? But as Ajua was saying, a lot of us have just given our power over to other people. You find women who are in a marriage situation, they are supposed to be discussing and listening to their husbands, discussing and making decisions with their husband is what I mean. Then they sit there and then they go and ask a friend, oh, he said I should do asking for friends' advice. Hello? Don't you have your own mind to tell your husband that this is what you feel about this issue? Somebody else is more important than your husband, and they are feeding you information. Even sometimes it could be people going to their mothers or going to siblings or who knows. This is all part of the investing in yourself. You know the priorities, you know who you are. It shouldn't be a problem. The next point is set goals. I'm laughing because I know that I'll get a comment. Set goals. Yes, you have to set goals. Like I told you, I was drifting through life myself. Sometimes it's not, I don't know how to put it. it's not as simple as we think. We've all been there. I wouldn't be telling this story. I'm not sitting here to, hey, you do this, hey, you do. I've lived it. I was just drifting through life. And I put it in this book. And Ama Jo laughs and laughs. She says she loves that term, drift. I said, yeah, because what do you call it? The 9 to 5, it sucks the life out of you. Yeah. I'm working on doing the back cover for Own It. And that's one of the things that I wrote. I said, 9 to 5, it has stopped us. We think somebody else is responsible for our life. Like you do, the time is gone. Everything is sucked out. So when do you have time to do something you want to do? And yet you are not happy and you think that it's somebody else's responsibility. No, you got to own it and make that time. Own it. Yeah. I decided to own my story. And yeah, I got resistance like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're on the computer. Oh, this and that. I'm like, hey, when I found something that keeps me going, like that's my passion, why wouldn't I do it? You need to figure out what yours is. There's somebody sitting there, they are here, maybe they know how to do hair or they know how to sew. If you are from where we come from and you have those two skills, there's a large market here. I mean, I know that the difference between our environment and here is that everything is governed by rules and regulations, and that you have to register this, you have to go and retrain and do this. Oh, and then we complain, oh, I'll do it, and then we put it off. 6 months comes, 1 year comes, 5 year comes, and we are still sitting there and we are not happy. Even still, it does not even have to be registration. Maybe you have a job that you are doing, but you can fit that in. There's an informal market, word of mouth, we all talk to each other. So you have a client base and you decide, okay, work makes me tired. Maybe I can't do two people's. I can only manage 2 a week. Plan it out and do it. Those 2 a week, do you know how much extra money it can bring you? 300 to 400. But we don't think like that. Oh, media. We just, and I guess is that mediocrity thing. Yeah. Because we feel like this is all that I can do. This is all that I can do. Like even me at my age right now, I get tired easily, And sometimes I'm talking to my mom or texting her, so, oh, I'm feeling, rest, oh, rest. I'm saying, yeah, I know what you mean, but don't come and clip my wings. It's not like, oh, okay. It's not like I'm staying up 24 hours. No, it's not that at all. But yes, limitations and excuses. As for the excuses, we made them, but we've stopped doing that. Yes, we stopped doing that. You set goals, figure out what you want to do. Even every year before, I used to hear people talk about vision board, vision. I'm like, what are they talking about? It's in my head. Then I started to write it out. I'm like, oh, okay. I started to write it out, and then it went from there. So when something is written out, you can always go back, refer to it, and see, I've done one, I've not done two. Why didn't I do two? What can I do to push and get that done? So you evaluate, right? You review, evaluate, and push. Yeah. So remember to set goals. Set goals for the year, set goals for the we are in July right now. It hit me that whoa, the first half of the year is gone. It's gone. So what are you going to do? If you haven't started, are you going to start? See, we're joking with time. As Benjamin Franklin said, time lost is never ever regained. So 6 months is gone. Today is July 2nd. June just started, and then before we turned around, it was 30th. It's gone. Is June 15th ever coming back? No. Is June 20th ever coming back? No, not until next year. That will be a new June 20th. So find a mentor is the next. Find the mentor. A mentor is somebody, who is over there, who's done work, and you look up to them and you feel they can help you. They can be mentors that you know physically or mentors that you don't know, but you can listen to them, read their material, follow them, and learn. There's a lot of material, informal learning, listening, learning. Who would have thought I'd be like I'm not a an audio or whatever person. I'm more visual. I have to read it. So when you give me the book and I open it and I'll be reading it, but it has taken me time to get used to. Oh, listen, I listen. I'm not saying I listen to my audios every day, no. But when I pick it up, oh, okay, I listen a little bit. You get something. I need to find a book. Adra says you start from the baseline, going back to the drawing board, and never be fearful of starting over. Many people get stagnant because they limit their field by acquiring knowledge and enable foolishness. Don't be afraid to fail. There's so many failures before a success comes. Look, I saw something on the news the other day in Calgary. There's a museum coming. I think it's called the Museum of Failures. And they are talking about, so the curator of the museum said that any product or anything that we see is the final version. So what happens is that a lot of work, failures went into it before you got the final result. So they're just going to show us the failures. And I said, that's a good exhibit to go to. People need to go to that because as we try one, two, oh, I'm a bread, and then we stop. And that's the end of it for us. Also, you can start a journal, practice gratitude. You know, all these are mindset. If you are grateful for what you have right now, instead of wallowing, right, in self-pity, you'll do better. Like write things down. Oh, I'm grateful, I'm alive. Oh, I have this. Because your situation is better than the next person, and yet you think that somebody has it better than you. Practice gratitude, stay in your lane, learn to break bad habits. If you're somebody who's always wasting time, figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. And then also get yourself organized. A lot of us are living in a state of disarray, confusion. We don't know our left and our right. We wake up, we don't do anything. Before we know it, it's 4 o'clock. The day is gone. Oh, I meant to do this. So, oh, I meant to do that. Oh, the time is gone. But if you write out the night before, say you're able to plan, tomorrow I'm doing these 2 things. It doesn't have to be 10. You can't get through 10. 2, 3, whatever you can manage, map it out. Also, procrastinate less. Procrastinate less, yes. Ajua says that's part of the reason majority of them do not develop because they lack of accountability, lack of understanding, and lack of responsibility. My dear sister, Eno Asosika. Yes, and Eunice says, and time goes by so fast. This is it. It's like, where did we just finished 2021? We started 2022. Now, boom, 6 months gone. I was saying to somebody that, oh, hey, oh, school is out, summer break, this, that. Before we know it, it'll be September. Oh, kids are back in school. Time is flying. You need to figure out your life. If you've just come on, we are talking. We started a discussion last week on diaspora living. So today we're talking about investing in yourself. Where do you start? Procrastinate. If you want to do something, do it. Don't put it off till tomorrow, the next day, and the next. Just sit down, do it. Tell yourself it has to be done. Oh, hello, Pastor P. It is Pastor P, right? It's saying, because I didn't think I would see you today because of our conversation, the comments that you had made. Also, you need to declutter. I do know there's so many things going on in your mind. Who all over the place, trying to please people. A lot of us are living lives to please people. What about you? What about you? What about your kids? Why is it that we think it's so important to focus and go spend money on other people back home, this and that, and your own kids here, you don't look at them, you are not planning for them to be better in the future? Listen, my girls, I always say that. Hello, Elizabeth. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing? I always say that I tell them that, look, you are in this system. You guys have heard me say this on this platform. You are in this system. You are rubbing shoulders with Abrofunu. You speak like them. You don't have a problem. Push. Yeah, push. At work. Hey, yeah, bet you. Yeah, push. Right. And then you have people who come. Yenye Ghana for. But I don't know what it is. Let me call a spade a spade. Is it inferiority complex? They were treated differently. Yeah. And so they'll tell us, my oldest daughter will say to me, Mom, why is it that Ghanaian people think that we, the kids who were born here, we are so bad? Look at those who come. There used to be a time when I'm walking outside, I'll see these kids, African kids. I'm like, I know who you are. They didn't, who are guy. I say, yeah, I can tell. Yeah. So for me, I'm saying that don't come and put somebody down. Oh, good luck. All the best. Yeah, don't come and put somebody down because they were born somewhere. It's not their fault. Their parents decided to come and live here. That's why they are born here. Even at all, like some adults that I know, oh, blah, blah, they always like somebody else except your kids. And then I think about it and I said, there's a problem. Maybe a brofona would be sure. The only way that they could be putting them down is, oh, tree. No, 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 no. We are not doing tree here. Tree is our language. We feel comfortable in it. But if you want to get to know somebody, talk to them outside of those dynamics, those barriers, right? Happy weekend to you too. Eunice says our mentality is sad, some of the way our people think. So it's I don't know. It's mind-boggling to me. It's mind-boggling to me. We spend time treating each other differently, but then we say somebody is treating us badly. Let me get back on track. The clutter, that mindset, there's a lot going on in our minds. We have to shift. You have to make that shift. If you don't shift it, you'll be the same forever. I could have stayed the same, drifting through life, and then sitting here right now, and your kids are grown up, they are going here, they are going there, and you are sitting there. What am I going to do with myself? What am I going to do with myself? Your kids can't become your life, for you're only helping them to get on their feet. Yeah. Investing in yourself, make a budget. Remember, I was talking about spending money to do book coaching. Somebody will tell me, where Jimmy and 1,500 or something. If you send it home, they can start something for you. Start something where? Over there. I'm here. That should make you think. And also in investing in yourself, you should set boundaries. Look, I've heard many a story or seen many a comment of people saying that when I decided to make a change in my life, when I decided to make a change in my life, my circle became smaller. And then they added, but I am happier. Your circle has to become smaller if you are seriously invested in investing in yourself. So I've said a whole lot about investing in yourself. The major one is your willingness to embrace lifelong learning. I told you that I did a webinar last week. Somebody said, oh, Mommy, we know. I get the emails, it's free. I just registered. 4 o'clock comes, you turn on your computer, you go and listen to what they are saying. It doesn't take much. There's a lot of stuff on Facebook. Oh, somebody is doing something. Sometimes I'll click, look. Oh, okay, am I interested in this? No, if I'm interested, I'll look at it, I'll sign up. Because the first ones are always free. It's when they finish that first one, then they make an offer. Yeah. I said with Webinar Ninja, they have a lot of things that I'm interested in. So they made the offer. And I said, yes, monthly payment of $25. How much is that if you are seriously using the product? So, hey, let's go on to what are the challenges to investing in ourselves. As for that one, I'm sure we'll have a lot to talk about. But let me take a break for now and then I will come back. Oh, okay. Eunice says, I do financial literacy and start to say, I've come to realize our own people are so behind when it comes to financial literacy. Thank you. Yeah. Me here. Yes. We've always been like that. And it's so sad. Yeah. It's so sad. It's like this. Sister Aso, are you on the Millionaire Next Door? I said to myself, I should send it to my girls to listen to. But will they? Oh, okay. You give them something. They think they have time. Oh, okay. I was there. Oh, hello, Miss Sage. Welcome or welcome. I hope you're doing okay. So I'm going to do go on do some things here and I'll be back. All right. So what is happening these days is we're having what do you call it? Some challenges, copyright. So I can't play any music. I can't do nothing. That's what we have come to. So let's do this. All right. So Own It. It's a guide to taking responsibility and accountability for your own life journey. It's on Amazon, the ebook for $5.99. I said that I'm working on getting the what do you call it? The paperback version out. I just wrote out the back cover yesterday, so I have to find somebody on Fiverr to put the book cover together, and then the back and front together, and then I'll go upload it at some point. So maybe we are in July, who knows? Maybe August somewhere it'll be out. But this is what I'm saying. At least I'm talking in broad terms. Yes, I'll focus on this Own It, what I just said. Okay, when I did this Own It book, I had up to January 2023 to upload the final version on there. When did you get your copy if you bought one? June 12th. So I was 6 months or even 7 months ahead of schedule. The manuscript was already written. Like, it wouldn't even have mattered, right? If I was writing the manuscript, I had it ready. So I thought, why are you going to wait till January? So I finished it up, got it edited, and did it. And I'm saying that even if, say, I was still in the process, because that's what this coaching program is. You do it, and then you have a year to do the writing. You are advertising the book before you write it up. But for myself, my personal accomplishment that I feel good about is that, okay, I was able to get it out on time. These are goals, and I'm setting, it's my goal that I'm happy about. So if I'm sitting here talking about it, I don't expect somebody to come and say that I'm showing off because I'm saying this. I'm saying it to impact somebody, that when you put your mind to something, you can get things done. And then you need to be somebody who plans and does things in a timely manner. I say all this at the same time too. I'm a big procrastinator too. So you see how it goes. But then there's things that I said I was going to do. I started on it and then I stopped. I had to move on to something else. When I was coming downstairs, I said, oh, yeah, I still need to look into that. But I have my list. So anything that's important that needs to get done, there's a book that I write it in. So let's go do this. So yes, as I was saying, you can get this on Amazon for $5.99. I'm hoping that by the end of August at the latest, the paperback version should be out. Okay, and then let's go through this here. Oh, I'm going too fast. Now that music is banned, I can't play any music. So there. Reflections for a Thirsty Soul is my first book. You can get it on Amazon, Freezing Press, Google Books, iTunes. And what it is, it's an inspirational book. It's based on the Word of God, but it's full of nuggets. I shouldn't say but. It's based on the Word of God, full of nuggets. What it is when I see something happening, a child running with a father playing games, I look at it and I write up a little story about it. It's full of motivation. And then, there's things in here too about personal growth, personal development. As you read it, you'll catch it. So those are all parts. It's part of a growing process. Get your book, get your copy, and you'll be blessed. And this here is The Beauty of a Woman's Heart. So this book is a motivation, inspiration for women. As I talked about drifting through life, there's a lot of things we take for granted we don't think about. And so we're in those same places. We don't motivate ourselves. And we think that all we have to live is the script that we were given. But you can decide to be a maverick. A maverick is somebody who dances to their own tune. For myself, I've realized that as I was growing up to now, I've been in situations where people have never liked you because you seem different or you are weird to them. And when I wasn't mature enough, I didn't understand, but now I get it. And I'm glad that I stood my ground. And right now, I really don't care. I seriously don't. You can do whatever. I'm being me, you be you. I allow you to be you, so you allow me to be me. That's all that there is to it. This book here will empower you if you're in a state of confusion, you don't know who you are, following people around, listening to people, thinking that, oh, the only thing you can do in life is just this one thing. The sky is the limit. Get your copy. Amazon, Barnes and Nobles, and Innovi Books, and it's Amazon worldwide. This one here is refreshing for my weary soul. The same concept is a devotional, but I take a scripture from the Bible and then I weave a story around it. Like Naaman, he was told to go wash in the waters there, and he was so mad because he said the waters in Nikrom are better than these waters here. And his servant had to talk to him to push him to go do it. And that's when he got his healing. If he hadn't listened, right? That is the cost of pride. Yes. Or there's a bit here about the chapter where in the Bible where Jesus tells his disciples to launch out. They said, we've been fishing all night, but we haven't caught anything. But because of what you're saying, we will. And then all this stuff came in. The concept there is that you have to keep pushing yourself. That is part of the practical Nyamesem section of the book. And that is important, so important to me because the way that I see things is this. We read the Bible, but we are not following it. Why do I say that? Well, you're supposed to work with these hands of yours, but why would you close down your business for 7 days of the week and go sit in church praying? Because Psalm 90 tells us he will establish the work of our hands, meaning that you have to work, and yet you are sitting there like manna is falling from heaven. They are going to bring me money and I'm going to buy the latest phones and this and that. And then the Nuyano is using some old cracked up phone. Does it make sense? So these are some of the things. And I'll come back to the rest of the commercials after in the second half. Pastor P says people will invest in material things instead of things that will help them leave a legacy. So leave a legacy that no one can take away from them. Oh, Pastor P, what boss them also? This is it. Before you came on, I was talking about how you are in these spaces where what is inside you is intimidating to people. People can't handle this. They can't, you are too much, you are this, you are that. You got to get your own thing. It's like me when I say my name is on this. Who's going to come and take it away from me? It's my hard work that made me put that in there. It's my legacy to my kids, my grandkids, my family. That's it, period. So that is a very important point there. And okay, so we are going to go to challenges and positive outcomes. Time no call. So the major challenge that I find is lack of motivation. We are not motivated. Timidity, mediocrity, the way we were raised has not helped us. When we see people pushing, then we call them names and we say all kinds of things to them, especially if you are a woman. Sometimes I find it so hard to believe that we're in the year 2022 and women are talked about, treated the way we are, so disrespectfully in our community. And other women are fostering that. So we sit there and we still continue to think that, Obadi, all you need to do in life is to get married and have children. Boom, you are done. You can't do anything else. That is not true. That is not true. You can be happy in marriage, have your children, and still do your own thing, your purpose that you are here to do, your passion, whatever that might be. It's not up to anybody to judge. If I like braiding hair and that's what I'm going to do, yes, I'll do it and make the $1 million or whatever it is that I want to make. You have to motivate yourself. And you see, the sad thing for me is that despite our upbringing and the qualifiers, I'm not saying it's all bad. At the beginning of the program, I made the comment that I picked the good values from my environment where I was raised, the good values from where I live now, and I put them together. There's good. But lately, with what is going on, I start to wonder what has happened to us. So lack of motivation. We think that this is the only thing. We've allowed ourselves to be kept in the box. We don't get out of it. We can't seem to. Even we try to, and somebody puts us down or says something, and that's it. Yeah, but we are done. We're done. We don't push. Look, it takes tenacity, grit, and nerves of steel to push in life. If you want something badly, you'll go after it. It's not easy getting anything started. It's not. But the beauty is not in giving up. Yes. It's like me out of the own it. So I'm doing this coaching business. It's not done. You are setting it up. Then you run into this hitch and you go, oh, how am I going to take care of that? Oh, I have to be on here saying this, but I need to have these 3 things lined up. It's all a work in progress. It's a work in progress. You have to think of the end, not what you are going through now. Yeah. It's like yesterday I was sitting around, not kind of doing too much. I think I went out to the mall to do something and I said, oh, I'm going to work on something. And I did. Actually, the only thing that I did is I typed up my book cover for Own It. To me, that's my goal for the day. I've done it. So I wrote it down. And I'm saying, oh, okay, I'll send it to the coach to, I have some questions on it, ask his opinion, and go from there. So I'm thinking, okay, by the end of next week, maybe Thursday, Friday, I'll hear back. I would have heard back. Let me go and look for somebody on Fiverr to do the back, do it for me. It comes back, upload, boom. So little steps, little steps. Our people, right? Uh, Ajo, are you on? I'm going to use that Proverbs again. This is how we think. Yenkoto ayena. Like we just want to go from the standing position right to no, you have to bend and then lie down. So things take little steps. People are so impatient, they don't want to do the hard work. And then those who have invested in doing the hard work, you see somebody doing well, and then you look at them and you think, who do they? And you are so envious. So, did you know what they went through? Do you know, were you with them when they were weeping and crying in their room with all the hardship that they were facing, but then they decided to overcome and still continue to push? So, the next thing that stops us from investing in ourselves is laziness and fear. We are just plain lazy. It's like we can't be bothered. We can't be bothered. Oh, this thing is here. Call this place, do this. Oh, I'll do it. Oh, I'll do it. Oh, I'll do it. And we put it off. I have my job. Why should I worry myself? But meanwhile, you have that job. The job could go. Tomorrow, something will happen. There'll be layoffs. So if you had invested in getting that side hustle going, that is the one that would have brought you some money in for you. You see, we were programmed, including myself. 9 to 5 is all there is. 9 to 5 is all there is. And you think, oh, that's an option. That, oh, it's okay if you don't want to do this, go and find a 9 to 5. No. No. There's so much going on. You can invest and do all kinds of things. It just doesn't come so easy. You have to be willing to work through it. Everything takes hard work. Money is not just going to pop into your hands. You have to work to get it. And the fear, we don't have confidence. Look, when I came on, I was talking about the simple things. This is my community, what do you call it? Northeast Voice. And in here, there's settlement services. If you've come to Canada and you need information on how to settle in this and that, they'll help you. There's a conversation, drop in to learn English. Yes. And then there's even computer skills. book clubs, just different things, you know? Ah, you have to know where to look. And this is free. It's the library. There's free things. Even the library, that they are the ones. I think my daughter saw what do you call it? Gary Chapman's what do you call it? The Five Love Languages. So we went to it at the Winspear Theater a few months ago. Oh, that was May 18th. My daughter and I went to it. We went to listen to the guy. Yeah. So can you imagine? It wasn't even much. How much were the tickets? $5 or $10? What is $10 to go and listen to this man speak? Hello. So you watch out for these. Some are free, some are not free, but be willing to pay to invest in yourself. Yeah. And the fear, we need to get rid of the fear. We are so afraid of taking a challenge. We're so afraid, oh, I can't do it. And then you are sitting there. You are sitting there, you know? And the other challenge is the environment. The friends, your circle that you keep. Yeah. For me, since I made the decision to start moving, working with, listening to like minded people, life has changed. Imagine if I was still running around with who knows who. Oh, no cultural book. No. What is that? All kinds of put downs, this and that. No, no. Eunice says that one is sadly the way some of us were brought up. So, the environment, who is your friend? Who is in your circle? You always have to find people who will help you to be better, and you can also impact something in their lives. If you're in a circle and you are the smartest person in that circle, you need to move to a new circle. You always have to find people who are ahead of you so that they can build you, they can help you build yourself, and you also help others. Research says procrastination and not valuing time all pull one backwards. Time lost now will not come back. Thank you. Thank you. And there's the lack of ambition. We are not ambitious. Oh, all I need to do is get my 9 to 5 and I'll be okay. And that's where we stay. We don't look to see how can I be better. So sometimes, granted, I'm going to say something I said with a qualifier. English is not our first language. But we find ourselves in environments where we have to speak the English language. And even if you're in another country, Germany, Spain, Italy, what have you, for the sake of your children, you need to invest in language training so that you can advocate for them. I can't understand why, even now, you don't have to go to this class that I mentioned here if it's so embarrassing to you. You have your phone, there's apps on these phones for learning English. When I was busily involved in doing French, you you turn an app on and then they will say the word and they pronounce it and you also pronounce it. So you are hearing how it's pronounced. If you are dedicated to your investing in yourself and growing, you do these things without thinking about it. I can't understand how you can come to a place like this and still function at a basic literacy level in terms of how you speak and this and that. And it makes a difference when you go out in public and you have to speak or go ask for some services, you see the way they'll behave to you. Yeah. Like me, I say, okay, I'm speaking English, but you go, as soon as somebody sees you, then they, oh, pardon me. And then I stand there and I go, what I am asking, I talk slowly, and then they look sheepish. Why? Because they know they were being foolish to pretend they didn't hear me. And then I have to speak slowly. Yeah. But if you don't know what you are saying, they'll toss you here, they'll toss you there, and then you'll be standing there looking sheepish. Me, I put it on you. Joa says challenges are part of life and it's imperative for people to learn better coping skills to develop with great understanding as well as make healthy choices to your best ability. Self-investment is important. Bam 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 Obapa Eunice Otima Atistogbe, the dysfunctional mindset. Oh, and yes, lack of ambition, scarcity mindset. If I say I'm going to sit here and talk about scarcity, we will talk and I won't finish. We are so limited. We think we have a narrow view of life and we don't want to expand. We're afraid of taking risk averse people. It's like, oh, I can't do this, you can't do this. And we visit it on our children. Yeah. Sometimes you go, oh, you can't do this, but why? A 3-year-old will say, but why? Look at the kids here. Look around you. Look at them. Everything, choop, they've touched it. Oh, choop, keep. They know they are left and they are right. They'll take your phone and be choop, choop, choop. And you are sitting there, afraid to turn it on, afraid to screw up and ask for help. Into your city, oh, maybe a computer there. Oh, there are a lot of people that they are kids. Yeah, even I find comments, I've seen comments on social media of my own people slamming people who are making money on YouTube and so making money on social media as if because all we know is a Jumadin. We are not understanding the concept that these days you don't have to go do a Jumadin. You can have this going here, that going here, and while you are sleeping, it is making money for you. 2022, we are still trying to wrap our heads around it, and we put people down. We have this narrow view, that I don't understand. We feel that we are so much better spiritually, whatever, every time we're looking down on people, we're looking down on people. It's like, I hate to say this, but I will. There's some particular woman, I don't know what she calls herself, counselor back home there, and her latest post, it is so mind-boggling about women and bedroom things and using certain things, and we shouldn't go and bring things from Abochiri to. And I'm saying, excuse me, is it so holy? It's like every time it's Abochiri is evil and this and that. Why haven't we picked up on the good things from Abochiri? You that you are sitting over there with nyamesum, ko, show krom, show hofin, and then you come here, you are coming to criticize people. So the mindset has to change. We have to stop every time. Oh, yes, there's bad things here. But yeah, I've raised kids here. Are they bad? Yeah. You are raising kids here. Are they bad? Come on. Every time somebody is so evil, somebody is so whatever, you are the perfect people. It's all hypocrisy because we are just the worst. Many are afraid of taking risks but are not hesitant to do diabo, juju, voodoo, defame, insult others, disrespect, look for others to save them because they do not want to work. Shaking my head, such a joke and pathetic attitude. This is what is going on. Every time we portray ourselves that, as for us, we are so holy here, and you people from outside, you are coming to contaminate us and do this and do that. How about you pick up some of the good values? You show up to work on time and don't leave till it's time to go. Somebody can be absent from work for 5 days, they'll still get paid. Can you pull that stunt here? I have to call my manager. I'm not going to be in today. So let's stop this business. We don't grow, and we're sitting there with this narrow vision, tunnel vision, one way, and we are sitting in judgment on people instead of actually striving to change the narrative over there. Oh, don't go and bring things from Abrochiri. Really? We are here with them. Are we doing what they are doing? Even then, it's not everybody. There's responsible people living their lives. The other thing too is that we don't believe that we are worth it. So, oh, I'm not good enough because what you were told in your childhood is sunk into your mind so much that you've built a mountain out of it, and that's it for you. Oh, I'm not good in math, so I can't do this. There are people who were told they were no good. They are not smart. They are not whatever. They come to Abrochiri and look at what they are doing. The very things that they were told they couldn't do, they are doing it. It's very simple here. Very simple. You only have to put your mind to it and go do it. It's to garner your classroom teacher. Me, I was talking about how I liked French, and the thing that I've written about my French teacher in Form 3, I sent it to my year mates. They're doing a program, I think later this year, and they said we'll do a write-up. I sent it and I said, my daughter is a teacher right now, and I don't think that hollering at people, insulting people, bullying children in the classroom is part of a teacher's repertoire in this part of the country, in this part of the world, because you will lose your teaching certification. That man was mean. I don't know if he's still alive or not, but if he is, he should read what I said. Hey, obedi watem, like when you're going to class, then you are shaking, you know? Sister also says most people understanding of hard work is the physical and emotional strength. Yes. Ejumadende. Sajua says good values are foreign to most people within our society communities, but trust everything a prophet will do and reject any wisdom from Bibini. So, and then the other part that stops you from pushing and investing in yourself, dreaming but not doing. Oh, I'll do this. Oh, I'll do that. You see, you can talk and talk and talk, but till you find a piece of paper and pen and say, step 1, step 2, step 3, and then you do step 1, call here or go on the website and do this. I've done that. Step 2, fill the forms. I've done that. Tick. Step 3, do this. Tick. You know, you dream every day. You are dreaming. People have dreamt. 50 years later, they are still dreaming. Yes. I have a quote here from Marian Williamson. It says, "You want to stay the same. We are afraid of stepping into our power." The best summary of what you say, we are so afraid of stepping into our power. It says, "It is our light, not our darkness, that frightens us the most." Do you get that? It is our light, not the darkness, that frightens us the most. So we sit in the dark. We know there's something in us but we are afraid of it. We're afraid of it. Yeah. Mr. Amiti has said, let me put a qualifier again. I don't care. I'm just saying I know how people think, so I'm just putting it out there. Say, I tell me pedo on mommy way. That or say, only books into you. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Into I could have sat there and say, oh, I don't want to come out. Oh, people say, oh, why is she writing books? Oh, why is she doing this? No, it's my life. We're afraid. The light that is within us, we're afraid of it. Yeah. So if you're an insecure woman and you know you are good at something, you are in this circle, oh, because you are defined by that group, you think your life, everything is that group. Oh, if I do this, they won't like me anymore. I don't have friends. Maybe you are going to die next week. Or is that it for you? What time is it now? Okay. So positive outcomes. We're going to look at, what do you call it? Yeah, the positive outcomes, but I will do the second set of commercials and then we'll go from there. Where's my ticker? Just give me a sec. Okay, so on Fridays at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Mountain Standard Time, my time, Ajodo's page has Abrabomu Nsem discussion of different aspects of society, things that are going on in the community, all that we can do to help ourselves be better if we are willing to. Very interesting programs. Please join her on Fridays. And today is Marriage Teachings with Osofo Samuel Okoso, and that is happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that will be 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Reverend Okoso is a very a chilling pastor, has a lot of wisdom, knowledge. He and Ajua put it out there, bam, bam, bam. Unfortunately, I'm going to my graduation party today, so I'll miss. I don't know what today's topic will be, but I'll check it out later. Then we have the Dreamers and Visionary. It's a free coaching program by the beautiful and sassy Pastor Patience Edwards. Yes. Since I joined that program, there's a lot that I have learned. Yes. You know what? It's a free opportunity to know, to grow, and be better. This is what I'm saying. You can continue to sit in oblivion, going on, not learning anything, just passing through life, or you make a decision to grow when you take part in sessions like this. We learn a lot, you know. There's things that we've done. I'm trying to find a topic to talk about. Yes, like, do you know what awakening your soul is? So, what is tying your soul down? Do we stop to do that deep level of thinking or analysis of our state of being? Do we go deep? I've said that there are people who are even afraid to be alone for 5 minutes. Maybe 5 minutes quite long. They are just always with people because if they have to stop, they can't handle whatever, which means that there's a lot of layers. There's something inside you that is so frightened, so insecure, you don't know who you are, and then you are doing outer things. But we can be outer focused and be just drifting. But if you don't take the time to deal with the inner, your soul will never be happy. So, those are some of the things that I have learned. And I'll go on to the next. Let's see here. Where is it? All right. So, this is Auntie Yaa'S Own It Academy, a coaching and book publishing services. So, Own It Life Coaching. Do you need help getting clarity in your life? Are you willing to take responsibility and accountability for your own life journey? Yeah, we're talking about that today, aren't we? Investing in yourself is one of them. If you take coaching, I've paid for coaching. I have, and I continue to, and I will not stop because it helps me be better. So, if you're invested in owning your story, let's talk. Send me a DM in Messenger or email me at mamidogo@yahoo.ca. Book coaching, publishing. What is your story? There's a story waiting to be told, and it is yours. Someone out there needs to hear your story. Your voice is your power. It is time to own your power and your story, and I will help you publish and share your inspiring story with the world. DM me in Messenger. Women empowerment and motivation. Dear woman, do you know who you are? What script are you living by? The script, yes. Is it yours? How would you like to rediscover yourself and work at becoming the best version of yourself? How invested are you to do this work? Call me. So that's Auntie Yaa'S Own It Academy. Call me. I owned my story. Yes. Own It is a guide to taking accountability and responsibility for your own life journey. I just got tired of the excuses that I hear people making. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. You have to make me happy. You owe me this. You owe me that. Nobody owes you anything. Nobody. They choose to do for you. But in life, whether we choose to accept it or not, let's stop the holy version of, oh, do good to others and don't expect anything. You're a human being. If you do good and people disrespect you, are you happy? No. Oh, let me read these comments. Adra says some people are using their limitations as part of the mask to lie, manipulate, do 419, scam, gossip, brainwash, steal from others. Exactly. Exactly. Oh, thank you and much love to you with the promo. Oh, geez. Today's topic, the expensive wedding. Oh, an effect in wedding in marriage finances. Oh gosh, that's an awesome one. I'll listen. I'll listen in on my way to where I'm going. Pastor P says, "Bless you, Auntie. A very good program. No worries." And Eunice says, "Thank you." Okay, so we'll go on to the positive outcomes, and that's the last bit of the program. Where am I? I can never find anything when I need it. There we go. So, the positive outcomes of investing in yourself, it boosts your confidence. Confidence booster, it's a big one. Look, there's nothing you can't do in this world if you have confidence. It says the whole lot. We have to stop that Okrama Hobrasia. Now for me, I'm humble. Now for me, I'm this. It's okay. Look, there's something to be said. Confidence is not being prideful. It's knowing who you are and owning it. Yeah. I mean, sure, people can speak into your life because you need to become better. But for me, I'll accept positive feedback. It's not to say you can't tell me if something is wrong. There's ways to do it. We in our community, that's all that we do, the negativity. We'll kill you with our negative comments. We kill people with the negative comments. The things that you hear, if you are not careful, you won't even rise up again. Yeah, all because somebody um, somebody has it in for you. Let me tell you a funny story. Was it last year? Maybe before COVID started. There was something to do with Ghana independence. And I barely, like I said, I barely go to things, but my daughters were part of this cultural program that they were having, dancing and this and that. So they had to, I think one of them had to go participate. So I went and I like dancing. I'm a good dancer. Yeah, I like dancing. I saw the pa. So I didn't care. I was dancing. We're going around doing this dancing, having fun. So there's this. I remember this man. He knows who he is. A consular person here. I could see him sitting at the table. He just looked at me. He smiled. Some smile. I said, "Me." I said, "You people." So I know. When I went downstairs to the washroom, and when I was coming back, there was this young person. They don't know me. Usually, when you meet each other, you will talk to each other or whatever. Oh, why? And I said, "Who are you? I don't know you. Is it because I'm dancing? See the mindset. This is how I'm speculating. So, mommy, way like because you are dancing and having fun, they've put something in them." And I said, "Who are you? Look at you. You are running around, fooling around. When it's time to get married, you want some nice whatever. Until you are the baby and any gin and why you come to me and feel no cry and trail." I say, "Who are you?" So we do these things, or we see good things in people, but because we are jealous or we can't handle it, we just throw jabs. And that's it. If you don't know who you are, you will never rise up again. Mr. Joseph, thank you for another educative program. As always, I acquired a lot of nuggets today. God bless you. So God bless you too. Oh, Sayuni says, "Me too, I like dancing." Yeah, you can't take it away from me. I like dancing. I don't care. I'll dance. I remember there was a wedding. Oh, this was a number of years ago in one of the first Ghana churches that we were in. And the couple was getting married, and we knew them. That was my late friend's daughter getting married to our Ghanaian friend. We were in the same church at the time. So they were playing all these old songs, and we were dancing, just giving it. I mean, who said, "So for Ban, what's your honor?" Or so for Ban, we're not Kanisha, who said you could sell their look. And I said, "Hey, I go to church. It doesn't mean I shouldn't dance." So, hey, the other day, I put out Alexa. I said, "Alexa, play Barry White." And my youngest daughter just started laughing. She goes, "Oh, mom, you like Barry White too?" Because I'd heard her playing it. I said, "No, the old music that I grew up with, it does something for my soul." I made a list of all of them. I got about 17. There's more. So when I feel like it and I need, I put it on and I listen and it just makes me feel good. You just have to be happy in your life. That's all. Ajua says, awesome. Dancing is my daily cardio, sister. Yeah. So confidence, anything you can do, especially the kids, build them up. They have to believe in themselves. Yeah. The songs, yes, I was telling my daughter, it's not the noise that I hear these days. If you ask me who's who crying the music world, I don't know. I know Lionel Richie, I know Commodores, I know Cool and the Gang, I know Diana Ross. Yeah. So anyway, whatever. So, and the positive aspects of investing in yourself, you become better. You become better, you know, and you feel good. I love to dance to it, revise myself. Hey, we should have a dancing group, right? Because a lot of the ladies here like dancing. It's just awesome, you know. I remember when I used to go to these Ghanaian parties and I would dance and dance and dance. And then some of the holy wives, they'll sit there and then they'll be looking at you some way. Me, I said, hypocrites. Me, I'm being myself. I like dancing to make tears you floor and I'll dance. And usually I'll bring my friend from work. So yeah. Ajua had said music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. Yes. And also, the positive outcomes of investing in yourself. Oh, personal growth. You grow as a person. Your thinking changes. You want anything you hear, you want to know more, you want to learn. Like I said, when people talk about books or whatever, oh hey, what is it? Let me go and see if I can find it. I said pdfdrive.net. You know how as we are so cheap, we don't want to spend. If there's a book you want to read and you think you don't want to spend money, go and find out if it's free on there and download it for free. It also improves your productivity and happiness. I don't sit around wallowing much. No. It's like, oh, even if I'm sitting there and I'm starting to feel like, what is going, I'm not saying so I'm happy, smiling like a Cheshire cat every day. No, but I'm saying that overall on the main, nah, no, because you are focused. You know that when you're having fun, you're having fun, but when it's time to do something, you are doing it. So you put life like everything it's in its proper balance or proper perspective. I don't know what words to use. Yeah. Also, it equips you to deal with new knowledge and skills. Let me tell you something. I said when I started this book, I didn't have a clue about marketing, this and that, right? So then at the time, I had started working with Amma. And then after that, you realize that book writing is not just about Mafa pen and I start writing. There's different things. You have to learn this, you have to learn that. And I became very curious. Like if you have the mind too, right? Like me right now at work, when new software comes, they'll put you in a room, train you, and all that. Now they just give you instructions, figure it out yourself. How it gets me annoyed, but I said I don't need to put up with your stuff soon. I'll be going soon. But for me personally, when I see something, oh yeah, okay, I need to figure this out, but I'm not sure what to do. Ding, then I go to you to find instructions. Okay, blah blah blah. I tried, bang, then I get it. If you have a mind, you tell yourself that I can do something. When you've done one, you've done them all. Just keep trying until you get it. A lot of us don't have that tenacity. We don't know how to push because we were not encouraged to push. Oh, me dear. Oh, me, I'm mobile. And then we sit there and give up. No, just keep pushing. So for me, that's my lesson. Equips you with new knowledge and skill. I'm always willing to push and get new, learn something new. Focusing on personal development also helps you to know yourself better. The best thing, you know yourself. So I'll put up with this, I won't put up with that. Yes, for me, I say that when somebody says something to you and you don't like it, you speak up or forever hold your peace. There's times that I'll just say, nah, this I can let it go. But if it's going to disturb me in my soul, no, I'll tell you. And so those people who do that, no, almost say, yeah, yeah, but I'm free. You know, you have to pick your life. There's people who won't speak up for themselves and people are treating them anyhow, left, right, center. No, if you have grown yourself and you know who you are, you set your boundaries and you know what you'll take and what you won't take. Let me read this quote by Pooja Agnihotre. It says, "The best gift you can give to yourself is to invest in yourself." I'll take that again. The best gift you can give to yourself is to invest in yourself. Yes. So the positive outcomes, it opens up new career opportunities too. When you are busy learning, doing this, doing that, you feel confident because you're taking the time to do your own learning on the side. Something may come up, oh, I can do this. I have the skills to do, and you apply. But to go house, oh, I can't do it, all this, because you don't have faith, you don't have confidence in yourself. Just give me a sec, please. The people in my house are waking up, making noise. Okay. Yeah, it helps you build connections. Yeah, because you've worked on yourself, opportunities open up, networking. Right. If I hadn't decided to make a mind shift and start listening to good programs and this and that. Not that I was listening to bad programs. No, those ones you get curious and go, let me go and listen and see how my people think. And then you are listening, you go, hey, they are causing and then you leave gently. You can't live in isolation. You need to go know what's going on around you, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so that can now when you be a can. Right. But when I decided that, I came in contact with like minded people. Yeah. And we build each other up. Nobody's going to come and say, oh, who say, who's. No, 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 no. No, we don't do that. Yeah. It's a choice and a decision you have to make. It also helps you to adapt to change. If you are somebody who likes learning, you're investing in yourself, Bibi Kakraba, you are not going to be, oh, keel over and play dead. Oh, hello. Mamley, how are you, Miss Upper World? Let me read Adjo's comment here. Positive is not easy and requires work, critical thinking, knowledgeable strength, flexibility, understanding, effective communication skills, values, principles, realistic goals, strategic planning, commitment, determination. Negativities do not require any work or planning. That is exactly that. It's easier. It's the easy way out, and that is a cop out. Also, it keeps your mind healthy. It keeps your mind very, very healthy. Yeah. So, actually, in my notes, so I finished looking at the positive ones. With the challenges, I guess I left some stuff out of my notes, so I'll just go back on it. Sometimes we're waiting for the right thing, the right time. So the right time never comes because every time you make an excuse not to do what you have to do, or you are not ready to be challenged, we are playing small. We play small a lot. Oh, me, I'm not good enough. Oh, me, I'm this. Yentina here, let's sit here. Not being honest to look in the mirror and make those powerful decisions to transform our lives. Yes. And then, of course, we feel entitled. We want everything free, free coaching, free mentoring. How many of us are willing to pay to get better? That is the question. In all that I've said today, if you're not willing to invest in yourself, then it's not going to happen. So today we continued our discussion on diaspora living, and the main topic of it was investing in yourself. So I have said a lot, and I'll do this. If anybody wants to call, they can call in. Otherwise, I will do my closing comments and wrap up. Investing in yourself is the most awesome thing, beneficial thing that you can do for yourself because it helps you to grow and be better. And you're confident enough to meet whatever comes at you in the world. Oh, okay. Um, Sister Adjoa, Mamle says she wants to ask you for some help. Check your IG message. So Okay, she's answered you. Okay, so if there's no calls, then I'm just going to wrap up. We've been talking about investing in yourself. When you value yourself, you will invest in your. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hello, Sister Aso. Hello. Good morning. How are you? What to say? Okay. Patro ma onen kosro kakra ma me why? Yeah. Please, can you hear her? And me too, but I'm asking. Can you hear Sister Aso? Patro ma onen ko. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Yes. Mm-hmm. 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 That's true. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Sister Also. You have said a lot. The outcome, why we think that speaking up is a problem, but your voice is your power. You have nuggets to give to. Yeah. Mm. Sister Also, Sister Also, yeah, yeah, tutuari and fire who be. Yes. Yes. Mhm. Yes. Yes. Mhm. 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 Yes. 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 Mhm. Yes. 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 Sister, so me can't say me. Me try and can't say me. And me back it one no room be say clubhouse now no meaning what was going on in now for be a me me ti dia yet and me ne sister penny akogina ho ne yatwen aso yes we are listening for tea ne yet so can say yeah if dia me tea say adwo can say yeah that's because you are a follower and I'm not you are a follower or cancer and me say hey akwale oh, oh. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Yeah. It means don't talk. Mhm. Mhm. Yes. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Mm-hmm. Personal growth. Mhm. Thank you so much, Sister Aso. Thank you so much for your contribution. Bye bye. So that was Sister Aso. She called in to give us her opinion. Very great nuggets. Okay, so today we've come to the end of the program. We were talking about investing in yourself. So as we say, I'll clarify when we say invest in yourself, it's not the stocks and that. We're talking of personal development. How can I become a better person? Yes. And your challenges, don't let challenges limit you from being better. Be open to embracing new learning, lifelong learning. You are living in this is diaspora living. You are living in an environment where the resources are all around you. Grow and be better. Figure out yourself. What are your passions? What are your interests? Take the steps to develop those so that you can um, push in that area or in that dimension. It's not only your 9 to 5 that is going to that one. We need to pay the bills and all that, but what is your passion? What are you living for? Do things that make you happy. When you figure out and you've done your growth, invested in that personal growth to develop yourself, you know who you are, what you stand for, what you won't stand for, and then you make an impact on others. You are here on this earth to serve and support others, not just to live by yourself. We've said a lot today. I thank you all for coming. We'll be back next week with another topic. So thank you, Sister Ajuodo, Miss Epa World, Sister Eunice, Sister Aso, Pastor P. Who am I missing? Me person me will be feel bidding. Miss Sage. I think those were. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. And oh, I forgot to mention something important now the program is over. I just skipped me completely. I have stars now, so please send me stars. We are doing a lot of good programs on this platform, so send us stars. We pay for StreamYard. We do all kinds of things to be here. So just bless us with stars. I have to say this early next week. Take care. Okay, until next time. Bye.